Welcome back to The Express at Jet Pet Resort in Richmond. 15,000 square feet, all designed with your pet in mind. And we're going to tour the kitty wing coming up. But right now, we're moving from my version of cute and cuddly to the Reptile Guy's version.
Biggie is a black throat monitor, and they're an African lizard, just a big lizard. I mean, he's about 4 feet long right now, but they can get about 5 feet long when they're full grown.
He's appropriately named the Reptile Guy. It might have something to do with the collection of over 20 species he has in his house, but it's been his passion since he was young.
Way before grade 5, I started getting reptiles in grade 5, but I'd always liked them before, and yeah, grade 5 I got my first one and just kept going from there. Right now there's probably about 30-ish reptiles here. Here's the boa.
Oh, hi. No, can't, no, I can't do it.
Mike isn't just a collector. Some reptiles like this boa constrictor are rescues.
Just touch your tail. Here, I'll hold the head way away, and then you can just touch the tail. It's not that bad.
He wants to spread the reptile love.
He does look like Jabba the Hutt.
Yep, just a big fat frog.
He wants people to know they make great pets.
See? These are crested geckos. They're a New Caledonian gecko. These are one of the most common lizards in the pet trade nowadays. Allergies are a huge thing nowadays, right? Lots of people are allergic to dogs and cats and rabbits. Nobody's allergic to reptiles. They're not as scary and deadly as everybody thought they were before. Okay, Dozer, let's go get some grass. Get some food.
I like mine. He's my size. What's his name?
So this reporter isn't fully comfortable with the reptiles like Biggie or boa constrictors. Tortoises are more my style.
Yeah, and this guy's got a very special diet of mainly grasses and hay. That's all he eats in the summertime. Okay, there you go, bud. It's your favorite.
Owning a reptile is a big responsibility, and Mike has a checklist.
One, have they done their research? They need to know how long it's going to live, how big it's going to get, what it's going to eat.
And remember,
these guys here can live over 20 years. You don't want it to be a novelty pet. You want to make sure you can handle this for its entire life.
In Langley, I'm Melanie Pineda for The Express.
Do you know Dozer might live up to 80 years? Now that is seriously a lifelong pet. Now you can learn more about Mike and what he's got crawling around online at thereptileguy.com. Now obviously it takes a huge commitment to work for and with animals. And we're going to learn more about that with our next story from Tsawwassen's Greyhaven Exotic Bird Sanctuary.
Greyhaven is a non-profit, government-registered society taking in and caring for birds that are unable to be left in a home for various reasons. Usually it's life changes, ill health, going into care facilities. They've had them for a number of years. They don't want to sell them on some of the websites, so they give them to us entrusted. They entrust us with the care of their birds so that we will find the right home and the right match for both the bird and the person.
Last year, Greyhaven took over 200 birds and found homes for over 180 of them. It's life-changing work for Director of Adoption, Jenny.
You get to know these birds, you get to know their personalities, and we try desperately to match them up with the person. Hilda!
In Hilda's case, Jenny was the right person for her. She's one of the few birds not up for adoption at Greyhaven. She could live to be 80, meaning that at around 20 years of age, she could outlive Jenny.
She was needing a home, and I volunteered to take her as my own bird because she's such a large bird, and the care is quite unique. They're just very large birds to have in a home. They require a lot of care, a lot of attention, a lot of love. And if you're not willing to commit to that for the next 60, 70, 80 years, or have a family relative that can take that process over for you, then don't get one.
Although many of Greyhaven's birds are in foster care, Jenny's house is getting crowded. A new sanctuary is on the wish list.
New sanctuary, we'd like somewhere that's close to transportation, somewhere that we can get volunteers, because the key to this, to having Greyhaven operate, and why we've been able to operate for so many years, is the volunteers.
Jenny says a focus on education and outreach is key to reducing the number of people getting in over their heads with beautiful birds.
We brought them into our world, now we have to take care of them. And they do require a lot of love.
Hello?
I'm Erin Shaw in Tsawwassen for The Express.
Greyhaven does lots of community outreach for school groups and community groups, educating them on what it really means to own a bird as a pet. They're also looking for a volunteer grant writer right now, and if you'd like to help them out, you can get all the details at the website. You're watching The Express, and when we come back, it'll be raining cats and dogs. I don't know, I think Max is looking pretty comfortable with you. Yeah.
He is.
After the break,
Yeah, they get lots of attention here too.
the Kitty Wing at Jet Pet Resort. Puppy preschool with Dynamite Dogs.
They need that mental stimulation. So be consistent in the effort.
The Express. This is your local voice.
Lungo filaccio, triste sartaccio, fila fila ma che vuoi filare, senza punta l'ago non può andare, troppo filo te l'ha fatto far ed ora non puoi più filare. Hai filato giorno e notte con giacchette e pantaloni, sotto vesti e gonnelloni pure a sé.
Welcome back to The Express at Jet Pet Resort in Richmond. This is Maximus, and we're here to say it's not all about the dogs. There's actually quite the luxury lounge for cats too, hey?
There is, most definitely. We have quite a big lounge here with custom cat stands, and they're custom suites as well.
And people can bring in their own cat toys if they want, so
we
the cats feel
highly encourage it. It just makes them feel more comfortable and more at home. So
I don't know, I think Max is looking pretty comfortable with
he
you.
is. Yeah. He is. But yeah, they get lots of attention here too. So he's really relaxed. Aren't you, sweetheart?
Oh, you got me.
I'm a total cat person, so now I'm like in my element. Yeah. You can hear the purring. Is that me or you purring? I don't know. What do you think, Maggie? Do you think cats can be trained? I bet Max would say no. But definitely when it comes to having a healthier and happier relationship with your dog, there are some tips and tricks. So up next on The Express, we're heading to Puppy Preschool in Burnaby.
No.
To Paula Cooper, Jasper here is the source of intense happiness and headaches.
She's a brilliant dog. She does come with a pocket full of little behavior problems.
Especially when Jasper sees a tall, slender man.
And she just wants to go in and knot their little leg. She will. She'll naturally nip at them. And I'm just horrified. It startles me to no end.
For you, Rusty. Good boy.
It's a situation this trainer has seen all too often. Disobedient dogs who drive their owners barking mad.
I feel for the dog because sometimes when you see situations like that, you don't see much hope there for that person to actually get through to the dog to communicate what they're wanting. How about the stairs?
But it doesn't have to be an uphill battle. Lee says, like any relationship, problems often arise with miscommunication.
Good girl. less is usually better. So try to not complicate things by saying too much. You know, keep your commands short and simple, one word if you can. Try not to repeat. Try to be consistent in terms of your tone, and you'll find things get better.
It's also important to train your dog every day and give it new challenges on a regular basis.
Right, they need that mental stimulation. So be consistent in the efforts, but don't be consistent to the point where you're just doing the same thing day after day.
Tip number 3 is timeliness. Dogs have a very short attention span, so if you want to enforce a rule, do it fast.
If you're going to reward a dog for a particular thing that they've done, that reward needs to take place pretty much immediately in order for the dog to make the connection.
Paul is convinced. She says leash training is already making Jasper less aggressive. Proof that you can teach an old dog new tricks. You've just got to speak her language. I'm Tim Chung in Burnaby for The Express.
Here's a little tidbit for you. Lee also works as a letter carrier for Canada Post. Yeah, no joke and no jokes. You can find out about all of the dog training online at dynamitedog.ca. Now that's it for today's Express from Jet Pet Resort in Richmond. I'm Johanna Ward. This is Maggie, and we will see you next time.